So having someone look over your VODs can be very beneficial for you. So that's what I'm going to be doing on this channel now. You don't need to be a certain rank or anything. If you just send me a VOD, then I will look over it. And I'm going to try and do these fairly often. So if you'd like to send me a VOD for me to look over, then just join my Discord channel and then you can PM me a VOD or a game that you'd like me to look over and I will try and get to it. So the reason for this is because making videos about Overwatch, like teaching you certain things, they can be helpful, but they're not always helpful for everybody because some people already have that sort of information down and they have other problems, which may not be as common that I see in my games or, you know, games that I spectate. So if someone's really having an issue and they aren't able to seem to find an answer for it or find some sort of information to help them get started, then if you send me a VOD, then I can easily just see it directly and I can give you my personal opinion on it. So that's the main reason for doing this. Again, if you'd like to send me your VOD, then just join my Discord and send me a PM. Link to the Discord will be in the description. Enough rambling, let's get on with the VOD. So in this first VOD review, we have a gold player playing Mercy on Dorado on offense. Now, we will only be going over the offense portion of this game as the defense portion is very short and they are not playing Mercy but Mei in the other half of this game. The skills that we'll be most focused on is ability usage and positioning, and I chose these two things because these appear to be the biggest weaknesses I see in this player, as well as they didn't ask me any sort of specific question pertaining to the game. So let's get started. So we're at the very start of the game, and the reason why I wanted to take a clip from here is because this is a very good example of what you should be doing on Mercy. Not specifically coming up here with Junkrat, but the way that you're positioned is very, very good. The reason I'm saying this is because you're behind cover and you're not in line of sight of the enemy, and you're buffing your allies, which is what you want to be doing as Mercy. Mercy is not a fighter. She's a support that focuses on buffing her allies, that be healing them and damage boosting them. And if you can manage to do that while being safe, then you're pretty much in a good position. Being out of line of sight of the enemy is really, really good for Mercy because then that means that it decreases her chances of dying. If you're not in line of sight of the enemy, then there's no way that they can attack you. So if you're able to heal all the allies that need healing as well as buff all the allies that need buffing, then you're pretty much good to go. This next clip is pretty much good for the most part. You're staying far away from the enemies and you're staying at a range where you can constantly be buffing your allies. You're healing them when they need healing and you're damage boosting them when they don't, which is really good. And as soon as your teammates die, you kind of like just stand around here for some reason. And this is really bad because in higher ranked games, enemies will continue to chase you. Like after they get a couple kills, they're gonna come through the choking, see if there's anyone left for them to kill to further stagger you. So you just standing there relying on your teammate to peek in order for you to get to safety is a bad idea. You should have instead just went down the stairs or instead just ran away in the direction that you were going. So this next clip comes right after what we just finished watching. And I think this clip is a little bit weird on your part because it seems like you don't really know what you're doing. Like, not that you don't know what you're doing in terms of strategy or anything, but like you don't know what you are trying to accomplish here because you come here with Pharah initially, and this looks all good. This looks really good right now because Pharah Mercy is really hard to deal with, especially for teams that don't have a lot of hit scan. And I do believe that in this game they only have Soldier for hit scan. So you coming over here with the Pharah pretty much ensures that she won't die to Soldier as long as he can't get you. And if he does get you, Pharah should be able to kill him either way. So coming over here with Pharah is really, really good because it opens up an opportunity for you guys to get picks since this wall here is able to give you cover. So you can just constantly heal the Pharah while she starts taking out targets. And what this means is that you have pretty much set up like this sandwich where the enemy team is stuck either looking at the Pharah or looking at your team. And only a handful of the enemy team's characters can get Pharah. So you standing here or flying here with Pharah is really, really good. But then it kind of seems like you're not too sure. Like you don't really know what you're doing, so you just like fly back to the enemy team for some reason. I don't know if there was something that you maybe thought you saw and you needed to fly back, but there's no reason why you should have flown back. You were perfectly safe, and you pretty much just gave up an opportunity to be able to win this fight here, because Pharah ends up dying to the soldier. I'm pretty sure the Pharah was really confused as to why the Mercy left her, because I would be very confused as to why you left me. I would have been going really aggressive because they only have a soldier, so I would have went for the soldier really aggressively as you healed me. And then after that, there's nothing they can really do, because if they have no other hit scan, as long as I stay out of the hook range of Roadhog, there's nothing that can stop me. There's no chip damage or anything that can stop me, because you can easily just heal me up as Mercy. So I think you should have stayed with the Pharah here, and I also think you should think ahead of time what you want to do and why you're doing it, because I think you're sort of just autopiloting here and you're not really thinking about the situation, so you're just doing stuff without actually thinking about it, and you missed an opportunity which you could have capitalized on and possibly taken the point. I'm pretty sure you guys could have taken this point on this fight if you decided to stay with the Pharah. So there isn't really too much to say about this clip. In the beginning, you do fairly good trying to keep yourself alive by flying to the Pharah and maintaining distance from the enemy by continuously flying to her. And then you pull out your pistol for some reason, I'm not too sure why. You could have been just continuing to damage boost the Pharah. Then you come over here to Reaper and heal him up, and then the positioning here and the choice to use your ultimate here was very strange. It was just to res one person and run right in front of the Roadhog, and you could have gotten away, and then you just do this kind of like wraparound again. I'm not too sure why. Like, you need to consider where you are in terms of where the enemy's position is and keep yourself safe, because running around in circles in front of the enemy is a very bad idea, and it'll just get you killed in the long run. You should have died so much sooner when the Roadhog was right in front of your face when you walked right into him, which for somehow he didn't kill you, but you need to stay in the back and heal your teammates from a safe distance. You don't want to be doing all this crazy trying to dodge people's abilities by flying to different allies all the time and trying to make some sick play and everything like that. You just want to play, you just want to learn positioning, and you want to have good positioning, and you don't want to have to rely on the enemies missing you in order to play well. You basically just want to stay behind your team and just heal them. That's basically what you want to do as Mercy, and then eventually just going for the clutch res. But you just want to stay in the back line of your team and try to avoid as much damage as possible while buffing your teammates. So now you've respawned and you're coming back to aid your team. You see that someone's low, so you try to heal them, and you freak out a little bit. I don't know if you're panicking, but you use Guardian Angel very poorly here. I don't know why you keep jumping forward again, because at the range that you are, you can constantly be healing your teammates. And then you Guardian Angel into the Zarya and into Hanzo's ultimate. And I'm not too sure why you're spamming Guardian Angel like this, because all it's doing is pulling you closer to danger, and you want to keep yourself safe so that you can continue to heal your allies. You should not be using Guardian Angel at this time, because the position that you're in allows you to heal your teammates, and it allows you to keep you safe. There's no reason to try and get closer to your teammates when you're able to already do your job. So you should not use Guardian Angel here, and just be content with where you are and just continue to heal your team from where you're standing, rather than using Guardian Angel to just run in and pretty much kill yourself. So now that you've respawned, you are doing a pretty good job of keeping yourself safe. You're not running into the enemies, you're not using Guardian Angel to get closer to your allies, you're just staying back, trying to heal your allies and buff them when necessary, which is really good, and you're keeping distance from the enemy. You're using Guardian Angel to keep yourself safe, which is really good. And overall, this is not too bad. You're actually doing pretty good here. You back up when you start taking damage to keep yourself safe. And aside from this weird kind of Guardian Angel here, you expose yourself a little bit. Other than that, this clip is generally pretty good, except for what happens after everybody dies. You should consider where you are right now, which is right next to your spawn, and yes, oh my gosh, 3-man res. This looks like such a great time to resurrect teammates. Only the fact is that it isn't, because you are right next to your base. So you're rezzing people right where they're gonna spawn anyways, and so you should probably just wait for your teammates to respawn and then group up with your team, and in the next fight that isn't close to your base, when you res, it'll be a lot more meaningful. Now you may have heard me say that I'm happy that you're not using Guardian Angel to get closer to your teammates, even though that's what the ability is pretty much used for, and the reason I'm saying that is just because the way that you've been using it in this game has been more harmful than useful. And finally, we're here at the last clip, and in the beginning of the clip before the team fight starts, this is all good and dandy. And then when the Hanzo ult comes in, for some reason you Guardian Angel into the fight, and you should be staying in the back of your team where you were positioned before, and just using your abilities to heal and damage boost your teammates from where you were standing. There would have been a much better spot rather than flying into the middle of the fight only to die. You want to stay safe, stay alive, and just heal your teammates and damage boost them. You don't want to be using Guardian Angel to get into dangerous positions. So that's it for this episode. Again, if you would like me to do a VOD review for you, then feel free to join the Discord, which will be in the description, and send me a PM, and I will see you guys in the next episode.